Okay, so in this video, I wanna just go over another idea I have, right? So first of all, I wanna connect this video with the previous one on divergences, right? So you can see even on the weekly time frame on stochastic RSI, there's divergences as well, right? Boom. Here, I mean, this and that's not really clear here, right? Because I mean, that's why I stopped using stochastic RSI for divergences. Because this right here just got into like um this never reached. I mean, look, it reached almost the same level, right? But the level on here never reached anywhere close to it, right? So it's not as accurate, at least not on some occasions and on some time frames. But the idea I want to go over today is just multi-time frame analysis of this, right? So um you see, here we reached like really high. Okay, so almost the peak, yeah. Um, the highest overbought you can reach, right? And well, what followed? A downtrend, right? Also, there's a divergence here. Um, but again, I don't want to use stochastic RSI for divergences per se. Um, mm, but the idea I'm trying to convey to you is matching these. You know what? I'll just do it with with vertical lines, so you get an idea of what I'm talking about, right? So you see this here, it's above the 80 line, right? Same here, but we have to be careful because with this, like momentum still hasn't turned down, right? So here it's in a strong trend and it just accelerates up. But that's why I use stochastic RSI for the cross downs, right? So here you got the cross down, and on the next candle there was a signal, right? So just ignore all those other signals. Just keep the attention on these squares, right? So these squares mark the cross downs and cross ups of the stochastic RSI in extremes. Is it a perfect signal? No, of course not. Like many times, a perfect signal does not exist, right? So risk management is always number one. Still, um, let me just close that. But you see, like many times, these crosses alone can tell you good places to search for a position, right? They usually appear on when the candle goes above the open of the previous one, right? So this one flashed here, so you could have caught, let's say, a nice move, right? Uh, Same goes for this one, for this one, but you need to be careful in situations like this. Here, they they absolutely do fake out, right? Because they diverge and stuff like that, but here it's more about looking at how the market looks in general, right? You would not enter here. Why? These candles here tell you something that you need to consider, right? Like after these wicked candles, usually they are a good indicator of at least uncertainty, if not a sign of a down move coming, right? So, but here, right here, for example, it's marked a absolute bottom, right? Okay, here, I mean, it got overextended way too early, right? And then here, um, you would have taken a stop loss most likely off of this one if you just traded on the daily time frame, right? But then again, that's why I preach multi-time frame analysis, right? Um, and not just on one indicator and one signal based off the indicator, right? But I want to like what I want to show you in this video mainly is that even single indicators can be powerful, right? But they are not to be traded alone. Okay. Here, perfection, right? You have these candles forming. If you have a level of support here, which is in confluence with that, is very nice as well. And then you get the signal, and this move is just fantastic. It doesn't move against you at all, and it's just glorious. Right here, um, yeah, but it's one candle. I don't like that because I sometimes like to wait for the close, right? So maybe the daily is not a good example for this. But here, um, a nice up move followed as well, but you got some downside before that. And so I think we should just move to a to the 4 hourly maybe, right? Um, and the entries here are pretty nice, right? Again, you get those fake outs as well, and here, right? But you get these nice moves as well, right? So if you have tight risk to reward, it can play out very well in your favor, right? And in heavy trends, these fail absolutely. But on what candles, right? You have to look at it. You have to look at the candles always. Um, you see these candles, yeah, not looking good. This one uh, as well, and inverse hammer, right? So you wouldn't want that, right? These candles here are bearish, and you see, and this signals here, nice little move, right? Quite a nice big move, to be honest. That's like, um, yeah, this one's nice, right? You have a bullish candle, a divergence here as well, up, boom. But that's just one indicator, right? You never want to just base your trades on one thing, right? That's my whole trading philosophy. Um, here, nice, right? I mean, I think you should get the idea what I'm trying to say here, right? Yeah, I think that's about it for that.